Shakur Stevenson, what happened? There's been rumours that there's a split for the American audience.
You read Twitter. We have a 2-fight deal with Shakur Stevenson and Turki Al-Sheikh. Was with Turki Al-Sheikh earlier for a couple of hours. That's it. So after pay the fight, I don't know what's going to happen. Hopefully, we have the rest of his career with us, but I can't say that categorically. So yeah, I agreed a 2-fight deal with Shakur Stevenson, Turki Al-Sheikh. And that's it. Yeah, so July 12th, we roll on against the Peter, and we'll see what happens after that.
So it's complete fake news.
Yes.
Hey, what it do, man? It's your boy 503 Line, man. Hardest, hottest takes in boxing. Early morning, 100 edition. Look, man, let's go ahead and get straight to it. So I've been waiting on this to drop. Eddie Hearn finally speaks on Shakur Stevenson and this whole situation with him being fired and let go. We all seen the reports from Dan Raphael. Allegedly, Jay Prince and Shakur brought in Lou DiBella. But Eddie is saying, nah, man, nah. We got a 2-fight deal. Me, Shakur, and Turk. And afterwards, maybe we can lock in with Shakur for the rest of his career. So it's a lot of conflict in this story. We don't really know the truth. We don't really know what's going on. All we know is what's being reported. Eddie Hearn is saying one thing, Dan Raphael is saying another, and Shakur, he ain't really clarified it just yet. But we will find out. Our truth will be revealed in due time. See, the funniest thing that I find about this story is that nobody is checking the quote-unquote source, right? If somebody else would have reported it or somebody else did report it, no, they checking their credibility. But if Dan Raphael is reporting it, nobody checks his credibility, right? So it's a lot of conflict in this story. We don't really know who's who, but we do know that Shakur Stevenson is fighting July in New York versus Zapata. It's going down. Not gonna lie, very, very excited about this fight. And we shall see if Eddie Hearn pulls up when that fight happens, you know what I'm saying? But I'm glad that he addressed this and he let it be known. Look, man, still locked in with Shakur, 2-fight deal. This is the second fight. So we're gonna see what happens. Maybe Lou DiBella is behind the scenes doing other things outside of promoting. And maybe Eddie Hearn is still in the mix. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Eddie Hearn say, nah, homie, we still locked in for one more fight. You know what I'm saying? But look, though, Shakur did address something, but he didn't say Eddie's name. Uh-oh. Roll the clip.
Yeah, the fight is happening. Me versus Williams Zapata. This a guy who I feel as though been running from me for at least 2 to 3 years now. So it's good to finally get him in the ring and corner him in to where he ain't got no choice but to fight me. So it's gonna be a great fight.
And Turkey is the man that made this happen?
Yeah, you know, I think I was a big part of it, being that I gotta go through a lot of barriers, but Turkey made it happen, I made it happen, and Williams Zapata and Oscar De La Hoya made it happen. So
when you say there's a lot of things that you gotta go through to make it happen, they gotta get that bag right for you, I'm guessing, right?
You know, it's just a fight. It's a fight.
Yeah.
In and outside the ring. So in the business, it's a fight. And like I said, I'm just glad that we got it done. And now it's time to handle business inside the ring.
Yeah, man. That's how this takes in boxing, man. Look, Shakur just told y'all. Turki Al-Sheikh, Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya, and himself. He did not mention Eddie Hearn's name. This situation is very tricky and sticky. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. We will find out. He said it, not me. He said everybody's name but Eddie. I'm not saying Eddie Hearn is fired. I'm not saying Eddie Hearn still got his job. I don't know. I'm going to leave that up to y'all in the comment section. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. But Shakur said that it was a fight outside the ring, and now he got to get ready for the fight inside the ring. So it's looking like Shakur Stevenson is locking in. You heard him right there on the clip on Danza Project. Salute to them. We shall see if Eddie Hearn is still involved. We don't know. But I do like the fact that the fight is happening. Shakur Stevenson is locked in. But I really want to know why he didn't say Eddie Hearn's name. If Eddie Hearn is still your promoter, why you didn't give Eddie Hearn his credit? You gave Turk his credit. You gave De La Hoya and Golden Boy their credit. Why Eddie ain't getting no love, man? What did Eddie do to you, Shakur? You made sure to give yourself credit. You made sure not to exclude yourself from the take, right? All this is not making sense. Eddie saying one thing, Turk ain't saying nothing, and Shakur is saying it's because of him. So, very confusing at this point. Like I say, I'm not here to question what nobody reports. I'm just giving you my perspective and my thoughts on the situation. Me, myself, personally, at this point, can Eddie help Shakur, promote Shakur, get Shakur a big bag? For sure. But can't Turk do the same thing? At this point, does Shakur really need a guy like Eddie Hearn in his corner to be his promoter? It's all up for debate, man. But we all know we want to see Shakur Stevenson in those fights with the Tank Davises of the world, the Keyshawn Davises, the Lomachinkos. If you go to 140, all the guys at 140, of course, like a Gary Russell, Puello, stuff like that. So can Eddie Hearn help get those fights? Do he really need Eddie Hearn to get the Tank fight or to get a Gary Russell fight? I really don't think so. But, we're going to see what Shakur Stevenson does moving forward. And like I say, time will reveal our truths. Whatever's done in the dark is going to come to the light. And if you don't see Eddie Hearn in the summertime in New York when this fight is going down, that should tell you everything that you need to know, man. But it's your boy, 503 Lineman, hardest takes in boxing, and we gone. Deuces.
Brought to you by Usual Suspects.
It's the Find a Boxer game, and we looking for the big fish. Purchase your box for a chance of winning $240. Here's how. 1 out of 48 boxes has a missing boxer inside. Purchase your box or boxes by Cash Apping, $, usual 50/50. Include your box number, name, and email address, and your box number will be sent to you ASAP.
UsualSuspect6.com.
This time, each box will cost $10. That's right, I said $10. Remaining proceeds will go to the LDBC meet and greet August 9th and 10th.
It's a Usual Suspect thing.